Hey, this is Varun. I'm currently working as a graduate engineering trainee in Larsen and Toubro, which is the biggest construction company in India right now.
What are the different stages of recruitment you went during the whole recruitment process?
Well, L&T ECC tries to keep the recruitment process pretty simple. As in, they go to handful of colleges and they try to keep it as simple as possible. The first thing was there were like two rounds. One was a aptitude test, which was basically conducted online, and the second one was a personal interview. It can be a one-on-one, basically usually a one-on-one interview, or there can be multiple interviews. But they try to make it as comfortable as possible for you. Coming to the recruitment process, which I had to undergo through. In the beginning, we were informed that the top 40, they grade you based on that. They try to segregate the top 40 people of your batch, and they say that the top 40 who are interested need to apply for this thing. And then they made to write an aptitude test. The aptitude test is pretty simple. It tries to get to know your basic skills in math and English, and pretty much that. And coming to the interview, even interview can be usually conducted by this cluster heads or HR heads in that area. So interviewer was also very good. They tried to make us feel as comfortable as possible, and interview was a mix of HR and technical. HR questions included the usual ones such as tell me about yourself and where do you see yourself few years down the line, what is your ambition, what is your goal, what is your aim, and L&T is a company which is quite diverse. They have jobs going on all around the world, and he was asking me if I'm pretty much okay with the moving around places and things like that. Whereas technical was also they tried to judge basic skills as if if you know the basic things, right? For me, the technical things included, he asked me if what my field of interest is. When I said structures, he tried to ask me more questions regarding structures. He tried to ask me things regarding the pre-stress concreting or regarding my project, which is also regarding structures, and even some basic things such as bimetallic strips, such as etc., which are elementary stuff. So interview is it's pretty okay. So after asking all these questions, the interviewer even went all the way to suggesting me what ways in which I can improvise on things. So the interview went really well. It was really amazing.
What are the areas of strength in a candidate this company looks at?
Well, L&T ECC right now has very diverse portfolios, and they're doing jobs all over the world. Like I said before, they're concentrating heavily on Middle East and some neighboring countries like Sri Lanka. So they basically want people who are willing to go places, who are willing to travel around, who are willing to come out of their comfort zone and go there and execute the work. So this is one thing they were really particular about. If I'm willing to go to some remote areas if the job needs it. So that was one particular thing, and then regarding the technical knowledge, they weren't too focused on something in particular. They just tried to analyze your basic civil engineering, basic civil engineering facts and figures, and then they even tried to just the basic things. There's nothing much in particular. They wanted this committed people who can give the best for the company. That's what they were looking for.
What is the number of offers the company finally extended at your campus?
Well, L&T has requirement for a broad spectrum of engineers, so they recruited most of the core branch engineers like civil, mechanical, electrical. In our case, they recruited like around 13 civil engineers from our batch and 8 mechanical engineers, I believe, and around 4 or 5 electrical engineers and a few mining engineers too.
So Varun, what are some of the tips you would like to give an aspirant to ace this process of recruitment at L&T?
L&T construction, as I mentioned before, looks for committed individuals. So it's better you try to make your commitment to the company visible during the interview process itself. And as for the books, I'd just suggest you to brush up your basic civil engineering concepts. Any book from Punmaya or any author would do for that matter. And as for your interest, as in the company profile is so diversified that they have jobs in all domains. So if you have any particular interest, let's say water domain or transportation domain, it's better to convey that during the interview process itself. And it's better to highlight in detail about your major project in your CV, because they ask you a lot of questions regarding your major project too.